certain bodies. I've also created two battery trays, two different designs. So I'll show you that, and also part of the body mounting system that I'm going to use. Hey guys, welcome back to Revolution XRC, and welcome to the next part of this Vanquish VRD Carbon Kit build series. In this part of the series, we're going to go over some of the 3D printed parts that I've designed for this chassis. Some of the 3D printed parts that I've designed for this chassis have to deal with the sliders, as well as pieces that will allow it to work with certain bodies. I've also created two battery trays, two different designs, so I'll show you that, and also part of the body mounting system that I'm going to use. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the sliders. So I've created these sliders right here, and you can see that they form really nicely with the rest of the chassis. I've also included the cutout that the original sliders had, and I guess that's just so you could access the screw at the drive shaft. I might make another version of this with this cutout sealed off if you're worried about this kind of snagging on rocks. I don't think it'll be too much of an issue, but I'll make two versions of this with this cutout blocked off. But if you'll notice here, this design right here, now I'm going to be using the Element Ecto body with this chassis. This top plate right here is removable, but it is specific to the Element Ecto chassis. So right here you can see it'll capture the body right there along the edge. So it works really great with this body since it was designed for it. But I do also have an option to use the Power Wagon cab. And so these are actually detachable from the base of the slider. These are the slider tops. You can add them to these sliders right here, and it'll be specific to like a Power Wagon cab, so you can use it with a Power Wagon cab instead. So I will be making more of these specific slider tops. I'm going to get a few different bodies to kind of work out the dimensions, just so I can get the different shapes that I need to capture different types of bodies. Some of the bodies that I'm thinking of are like the J Concepts bodies that are cab only, like the Creep, and maybe the Element Zool. I don't know if the Zool has the same footprint as the Ecto body, but if it does, then these sliders will work. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to make Zool specific ones as well. So right now I've got the Power Wagon from Proline. You'll see how that works right there. And I've got the Element Ecto body. Now for the battery tray, I've got two different battery trays. This is one that you will it just kind of mounts to the current cross member here. And you basically put it underneath like this. And you just screw it in from the bottom. There's to the cross member. So there's holes that are lined up with the cross member. You screw it from the bottom. You gotta get your Velcro straps, and you just put the battery across here. So if you got a battery like smaller than this one, I know some people run 1500 milliamp batteries, and you can fit them right there like that. I use it 2200. So this is one option. This is a battery tray that would just go across like that. Really simple. I'll make this available on Armory RC as well as the sliders. Now the other battery tray that I've designed is this one right here. And this one is made to fit a battery about this size right here. And you can see that there's slots for the Velcro strap as well. But this battery tray will actually replace this cross member and go between here. And it'll sit a little lower, but in the center. So this is the battery tray that I'm going to be using. I know some people will probably want to use this one right here, but I will make both of these options available on Armory RC. So this is the battery tray that I'll be using for my build. Now I'm just going to show you how easy it is to swap out the different tops of the sliders. So in this case, let's say I wanted to change bodies. All I got to do is remove these two screws. Try to keep the camera in focus a little longer. Alright, so I remove the two screws. I just take this one, and then I would just screw this back in. So this is what would work with the Power Wagon body right there. With the Power Wagon body, you gotta make the cutout here a little bit bigger so it sits a little bit lower, but otherwise it should work right there. It should sit perfectly. As you can see right there, if I made the cutout, the Power Wagon body would sit right there. So that's how easy it is to swap the slider tops for different bodies. So I will be making more variations of these as I get more bodies to prototype with. But right now I'm going to be using the Ecto. And that's what I've got right now. You can see I've got the magnet mounts. These are the magnet mount captures that I have on Army RC. I guess I can make an Ecto specific one. Just for this cross member right here. This is also using the body post. So let me show you that. These come with the kit, of course. But this cross member here actually has the ability for use a body post to mount the magnet, so you can move this up and down as well. So it's adjustable, and that's why you see that this one only has 3 magnets, because that one's in the middle, because it's a challenge with this bed right here. So, but 3's enough. It stays on pretty good. I use N52 magnets, so they're pretty strong overall. But let's see. I kind of put this on so you can see how it gets captured. Yep, there we go. Alright, so you can see when the Ecto body's on, it gets captured pretty well. On both sides. So that's what I've got. Alright, here's a look at the other battery tray that I designed, installed. As you can see, it takes place of the cross member, and it allows the battery to sit longitudinal to the chassis and sit low between the rails. I just have to add a Velcro strap to kind of go around the battery right here, which is easy. I do have, I guess I could use the Vanquish Velcro strap. Let's try it out. Alright. So what you would do, might need a smaller Velcro strap actually, but for now this one will work. There you go. The battery would sit between the rails just like that. Sits nice and low in between the rails. You can see on compression that it clears just fine. That's easier to see for you, but that's how this battery tray works. So this will be available on Army RC. I'll put a link to these products in the description below, and can't wait to move on with the rest of this build. other than that, that's about it for this part of the build series. I just wanted to show you some of the 3D printed parts that I've built for this Element Ecto. So I'm going to finish up the body. I still got some more painting to do. I'm going to smoke out the windows. I usually leave them clear, but I don't really want to put it interior and weigh this rig down. I have a bunch of other scale rigs that I do that to. This one, I'm going to try to make it more performant, so I'm going to try to ease off of the scale accessories and make it a little bit more high performance. Even though I'm not going to chop the body as much as some other people where it's like flat on the chassis, I still like to have a little bit of realistic proportions for the body, and that's why I don't like cutting off like pretty much half the body just to make it sit really, really low. So still got some work to do on the body. We'll finish that up. When I get all that done, I'll make another part of the series to kind of show you the completion. As you can see here, in the last episode we mounted up the wheels and tires. They look pretty good, and stay tuned. I'm almost ready to run this rig. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for the next part of this Vanquish VRD Carbon kit build series.